We're going to start working on our signatures. I'm going to work on the cover first. And I have just fussy cut some butterflies. And I'm going to ink around them just a little bit, just to get rid of any places that I might have messed up and not cut it exactly right. And then I did punch out a few just out of some book page. And this is a pretty thick book page too. I don't think this is a vintage. I think this is just one of those book pages that I had in my stash. Alright, that ink is pretty wet. Don't let me do this. So I don't want to smear that. So I'm going to lay that right there and let that dry. And we're going to do this one. This is a kind of a slick book page, so the ink doesn't like to dry on it real fast. So what we'll do is we'll just put the ink on there, and then I'll take my towel and just blot it. Okay. Alright, we're going to let that dry. We'll put a little bit around this one. And see, you don't change the color of them, you just have a little bit of that where you might have cut and left a little bit of the white. You just cover a little bit of that up. Now, while those little butterflies are drying a little bit, I'm going to lay all those over here. I want to put some of this lace, and this is some that one of you guys sent me, but I don't want to cover up some of these pictures because I love that, the beach and all that. So I think I'm just going to put some right down the side. So I'm going to cut kind of straight. Doesn't have to be perfect. And yes, these are big scissors, but these are the only ones I have that cut material, so I'll just have to deal with that. As long as I'm not going through anything thick where I have to put a lot of pressure on it, I should be good. Alright, now it needs to be cut off just a little bit at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it off here. And then we'll just trim right across here. And that will work right there. So I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac and my little tool, wherever that might be. I'm having to find everything again since I've got back. Oh, and I had, you know, you always have some people that are a little bit overly concerned. I had some people that were really concerned and a little bit maybe upset that we took a holiday and went somewhere. They said that they couldn't believe that I went somewhere and COVID going on. That they hoped that I quarantined myself for 2 weeks when I got back and didn't spread it and give it to anybody else. Well, number one, we don't have COVID. We went straight from here, our shop, our house, to the condo. We stayed in the condo basically, other than just walking to the beach. We wore our mask, we took all the precautions, washing our hands, sanitizing, that kind of thing, every day. As a matter of fact, you had to wear your mask. You weren't allowed out and down toward the beach unless you had your mask on. After you got to the beach and got under your umbrella, or wherever you was going, you could take your mask off, but all of the umbrellas were set at least 6 foot, probably a lot more apart. So we never got close to anyone. We just went and relaxed. Most of the time I was on the patio with my book and just relaxing. So don't worry, we're not bringing anything back, and we're not spreading anything. We just needed a little bit of R&R time, and that's what we got. Okay, there, we got that on there. Now I'm going to put my butterflies on, and I'm just keeping all of this at a black and white theme. I don't want to introduce another color on here. I like all this black and white here. So let's see how I want to place my butterflies. I may have cut too many. Let's see. I can probably do it like that. Now I think I actually, let's see. I think I like this one up here. That one over there maybe. I think I like them better like that. So we're going to put these little butterflies down. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue them flat down, because I don't want them, you know, tearing off or anything while I'm using the little journal. And I can probably use just my art glitter glue to do this. I won't have to use Fabri-Tac, because this is paper to paper. This is actually, this little butterfly right here is actually a new punch that my hubby got me when I was having so much trouble with my hand, and I was trying to punch butterflies, and I think he felt sorry for me. And he went and bought this punch that I could actually just do with my hand. So I thought that was sweet of him. And I don't know what the brand is. It's a 1.5 inch. I know that, but he got it at Hobby Lobby, I think. I like that. I like that. And now let's see, what do we want to do? That's going to be in the signature, but I would still like to put some little something down through there. So what do we think? I'm looking. Let me grab this. See if there's anything in here that we want to put. We can't go too far over, but we can put a little something right here if we want to. And of course, you know me, I like this. And it's black, it's staying with the theme. So we might just put that down through there. Like that. Oh, I like that. Okay. So let's do that. Let's cut that off. Right there. And then I will use my Fabri-Tac on this, because this will stick a lot better. We have more of these bottles coming in. I had quite a few people that wanted to know when we would have more. We have more, hopefully. They may be here by Monday, we hope. We ordered twice as many this time as we did last time, because they sold out so fast. So hopefully we'll have enough for everybody. And the little caps too. I don't know if they'll be here at the same time. They're on back order right now, so we shall see. Let's see. Now we need to put a few little pieces of bling in our butterfly middles. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I like that. Now I do want a word on there, I think. Let's grab our little ephemera book here. This is our small one. And I always have people ask me, do I have instructions for making this little album? Yes, I do. It's usually linked below. I normally keep it all linked down there. So you can go down there and click on the link. I think it just says mini ephemera journal or ephemera journal, something to that effect. Can't remember exactly what I named it, but you'll know when you start watching it if that's the one that you're looking for. I try to keep that one, and you know, any that are pretty popular that people ask about, I try to keep those linked down there. Alright, I think we're just going to put memories right there because I love the beach and we had a good time on our trip. A good relaxing time. I was with all of my kids, my grandkids. There we go. That is simple, but I like it. I like that simplicity of that cover. Okay, now we're going to go on the inside and let's see what we can do in there. I did, like yesterday, I did the stitching around, or on the last video. Now, I did pull out this. This is an old scrapbook that I have had who knows how many years that I never used. My grandkids actually used it to play with and do a little stamping in. So I got some of those pages out and tore them down, and I'm going to leave all the stamping, and I'll probably just write a little note that, you know, Presley did this or Brooklyn did this on here, and then, you know, I may put some, I've got pockets on this side, and then there's where she stamped a little beetle bug. But I'm going to leave that like that. I just think that's cute. And this, I've included this in here. This feels like a really thick paper bag, so I don't know exactly what it was made out of. Years and years ago, they used to make scrapbooks out of this. And I happened to have one in my stash, and I thought about it in the middle of the night last night. I thought, oh, I want to include some of that in there because my grandbabies played with it. All right, now I want to decide if I'm going to put a pocket here and on this side. Do I want to put a pocket there? Okay, now this is our large ephemera storage. We did make a video with it too. So I'm just going to look in here and see if I've got some pockets and things that I want to use. Let's see. So when I make up the extras, I put them in here, and this is exploding, so I need to use some of them. I think that may be too wide. Well, no, maybe it's just the right size. And this is just one of those that we made out of book pages and put the little clip at the top. It's got the little pocket. So I think I'll put that right there. And I'm just going to glue it down on 3 sides, and then I'll have another tuck spot behind it. Now you can go ahead and sew the signature together before you do this if you want to. A lot of times I like to do it first so that I kind of know if I need to add more pages or if I'm getting a little bit too thick, that kind of thing. A little bit more glue right there. It's having to stick on those stitches, so okay, that's good there. Now, what are we going to do here? I think just a little embellishment here would be fine. See what we got. Well, this actually clips on the side. We could do that. These are the little clips that we made, and they've got a pen holder. We could do that. That's cute. I like that. But I don't think I want to clip it. See if we've got something that I don't have to clip on. I like that on there. Now this is one that we made, the double pocket, and we used the burlap and the material. I like that on there. So let's glue that down. And I'm going to glue this one all the way down. It's got enough tags in it. I don't need any more tuck spots. Sorry if I sound a little mellow this morning. I didn't sleep good last night and I got up just feeling real mellow. So I'm not bouncing off the walls like I normally do. Oh yeah, I like that on there. Oh, come on now, stick. I may have to use my Fabri-Tac since these have got a lot of stitching on them. The stitching doesn't like to stick with this, so I'm just going to start using Fabri-Tac. Let's put a little bit up under there. There we go. That works. Where's my towel? Thought I had a piece torn off. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, so that is that page, and I've still got, I didn't cover up all of my stamping for my babies. I've still got some stamping, and I've still got some stamping on this side. Now this is a pocket that we can put some tags in. Trying to see what I have here. Let's see our tags. There's a cute little tag to go in there. These are some tags that I made. Let's see. I covered them with napkin. Made these. And I have a tutorial for those too. I'll try to link all of the videos for all the tags and things that I have below. Alright, now I do want, I think, to stamp something on here. This looks kind of plain. Looks plain. See if I have anything that I could put across here. That's just a vintage advertisement that one of you guys sent me. So let's see. I think I actually like that one on there better, but I'm going to trim it out a little bit. Grab my scissors. Make it look a little bit more like a postage stamp. There we go. I like that. That's cute. Now, you can also ink around some of these. This one I had decided that I did want to ink around because I like that ink on that brown. But that's up to you. You don't have to do the inking if you don't want to. Cute. Yeah, I think I'll put that there. Okay. And then, what shall we put up here? I think I might actually want to stamp something right here. Look, I've got everything drug out on my table. Just like I've got all kinds of room. So what shall we stamp here? Let's stamp this that says registered. And again, these stamps and the paper collection will go up in our shop today. So be watching for those if you're interested. Not big enough. And I'm just going to use the ink that I have out right here, I think. And I'm going to have to get it off so I can have a flat surface. Ooh, I'm going to stamp that off somewhere. That looks kind of, let's see. There's a piece of that same. Okay, I think if we stamp it now, we should be all right. Had to stamp some of that ink off of it. Oh yeah, that worked fine. Third generation stamping there. Clean our stamp off. This is a stamp chamois. And I'll link these below if I can find them. They work really well. You just wet them and they're good to go. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and sew my signature in because I don't think I'm going to do a lot more stamping. I'll tell you what I'm going to do though. I'm going to cover this with some paper before I sew anything in. This is that envelope that Mary gave me. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some paper on here. Okay, we were able to tear that off, so I may not even put paper up there. I may just put a little bit of something in these areas to cover these little places up. Maybe book page, and then I will cover the front here. Yeah, I think I'll just cover it with this. I'm just going to tear it a little bit. And then we'll run that right down through there. I am going to ink the edge. And I think I'll put that little piece right there. And then we need another couple of little pieces to put down here. That there, and then we'll put one over here. And here's another little vintage advertisement. I think I'll put that there, and that'll just kind of balance out. These are going to be on two separate pages, so it's not, you're not going to be able to see them together. Then, let's see, I want to cover that yellow. Well, maybe I can tear that yellow off. Look at there. Tear that yellow off. I don't mind that yellow right there, but I do want to slide something down in here to cover that. So what are we going to slide in there? Let's see what we have. It's not big enough. This is just a scrap piece of paper. I think I could slide that in there. Let's see what that would look like. I like that. I like that. So I'm going to glue back here at the back. Uh-oh, I think I went down too low. Make sure I don't glue my pocket together. And I'll wipe that glue away. There we go. Now we still have our pockets, and our page is not glued together. This will sew in the signature, so we'll have this will be like a page right here, so we need to put something on here. What do we have? That's cute. We could put that little bird on there. I think I want something underneath it. So let's put a little bit of book page under there. Well, this is actually where I stamped on just a clean piece of paper, I think. Just a piece of typing paper. I stamped on it with using that Tim Holtz newspaper print stamp. Yeah, that's what it was. So we're going to put that down first. Now, I have a lot of people who ask, and they see me switching back and forth with the glues. Both of these glues will work well on what I'm doing. This is art glitter glue, and that's Fabri-Tac. But when I come to a place where I think the art glitter glue is going to take a little bit of time to dry, or that it's a bumpy spot and maybe it's got material, then I always use Fabri-Tac. If it's just paper to paper like this is, and it's pretty flat, then I just use my art glitter glue because I know it will hold. Which the Fabri-Tac holds well too. It's just, that's just the difference in, once you craft for a while, you just kind of get that feeling of, I need to put a little bit of something else on here. Let's see how easy that goes down. If I feel like it's not going down easy like that piece a little while ago, then I will add my Fabri-Tac in there. Okay, now I made a little flub up with my ink right there. So I want to put either a number or a word or something on there. So let's see what we have. This is our little small ephemera book. Let's just put a little number right there. These numbers are from Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. That's what she is on Etsy and on her YouTube. Shabby Dabby Doodah. Okay. Alright, mess up, gone away. There we go. Alright, so that'll be a page with a pocket up here. And then you'll flip it over there. There's another page. I really need something right in here. What do we want to put in there? No. No, no. I don't know, I may come back to that once I get everything sewn in. And then over here, a little bit of something right there, and that's going to be it probably. I'm not going to put a lot on there. Okay. I'll come back to that one too, because I'm not sure what I want to do. So what we're going to do now, since I have that covered enough, is we're going to go ahead and stitch this signature together. Now all I want to do is make sure that I have, like, if I have a small piece of paper, I want to make sure that it's at the top or the bottom or the center, not just kind of slid around. There we go. We got that there. We got a small one here, and then another one that's, you know, kind of small up at the top. Got a small one down at the bottom, small one at the top. That one, small one here, small one there. You see, I'm just kind of alternating them so that they will all get a stitch in them, because we don't want some of them to be stitched and some of them not. So this one we need to slide up a little bit. And that one, and then that. And I'm just going to leave that right in the center there. I think that looks good. And then what you need to do is you need to make sure that all of them are, that all of the creases are lined up. And then I go ahead and clip it. I know I won't be able to get every piece clipped, but I go ahead and clip it. I'm going to lay this aside. Bring in our little piece of foam. Alright, let me look at it. Okay. Now I'm going to take my awl. Sorry if my head's in the shot. I'm going to take my awl and I'm going to go right down through the center, close to the center. Put a hole right there. And then come back up here. Put a hole right there. And you don't have to measure these if you don't want to. That's, I don't usually measure them. I just kind of put the holes in there. Alright. Now this one slid a little bit, so there we go. Alright. I'm going to have to clip this little piece right here together. Okay. We have our holes in there. And then I'm going to grab a needle. Now I have lots of different needles, but this is my favorite. It's just a blunt end, big eye needle. And then I have some waxed thread, and this is just, it says craft lace, but this is actually waxed thread. And I just thread my needle. Open this back up, and then you're going to go down through the center, right there. See that coming out on that side. I'm going to pull that through, and then you're going to go back up through the top. There we go. Pull that through. And then go back down through the bottom. Just like that. You see your thread goes all the way through. Now I pull a little bit on that little tail because you don't want very much there. And then you're going to go back up through the center, and you're going to go on the opposite side of this long string that goes down the center and pull your needle up. Now you can pull your now you can pull your needle off, and then I just go ahead and make sure everything's nice and tight. cut your string. So I pull it tight that way, and then I pull it tight that way. And then I always look on the outside. I don't want anything hindering it or a knot in it, anything like that. And then you can tie your knot. And just tie a double knot. And then if you want to, which I usually do, but you don't have to, you can tie a bow there. There we go. So now we can take our clips off, and there's our first signature done. Well, put together anyway, not done exactly, because I still have some embellishing that I want to do in here. So, and we will decide what kind of embellishing we want to do as we go through. But right now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I get all of my pockets glued down. You could sew these pockets down if you want. I'm just going to glue mine. And did I glue this one down in the front? Yes, I did. Okay, now we can go through and embellish this if we want. But what I might do first is I might go ahead and sew my other signatures together, and then we'll just embellish all of them at the same time. Now that you know how to sew a signature together, I don't have to show you that, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my other signatures together.